And I want to challenge you with a couple of commitments as I finish up here. I want to ask you, these are some suggestions. You might have a better one that you know works for you. But I want you to think about, here's some things that you could do to really enhance the sisterhood in this room this fall. First of all, will you make this study top priority? I have women students that come to me quite often, actually, and sit down and say, you know, because I've been very privileged. I'm an author, I'm a speaker, I teach at a seminary, and that woman says to me, oh, I want to do what you do. Will you show me? What did you do? And I say, you know, really, all I did was just a little bit extra. That for those years in Bible study, and instead of doing my lesson at 10 o'clock on Monday night when I was brain dead, I did it through the week, and I really tried to figure out what was going on. And it was just that little bit of extra, that little bit of extra. It wasn't a whole lot that makes the difference. And it makes all the difference 30, 40 years from now for you as to whether or not you're living up to your potential or whether you're not. It's just that little bit of extra. So I want to challenge you. What would that little extra look like in your life? I want you to listen well to some different perspectives. You know, we have a lot of different ideas, and they're helpful very often. And instead of closing your mind and arguing your point, would you listen well to others? And if you don't agree or have a conflict, you know, we're really bad about doing conflict well as women. What I often see is that if there's somebody at your table you don't agree with, well, you just drop out. You don't. That's not what Jesus says to do. He says, go to that person and talk it through, and directly and honestly, and figure out. Don't drop out. That weakens our sisterhood. So think about that. And would you consider, maybe you need to simplify your life to make time for somebody else. That's what a lot of this issue is about, isn't it? This world has got us going on this rat race that is so crazy that we don't have time for anybody else. And there's a ton of things you're doing that you don't need to do. It wouldn't make a lick of difference 30 years from now. And I want you to look at your life and say, what do I need to cut out that doesn't really matter so I can spend it on some things that do? Would you think about that? And would you partner with your leader to create a Trinitarian sisterhood around your table? Because, you know, she's taken the responsibility. She said she'll lead, but is there something you can do to come in and really help her? It's not just her group. It's your group too. What could you initiate and step up to enhance that experience for everybody? And then would you give yourself grace when you blow it? Because you will. And I will too. And that's where the enemy gets to us, is when we blow it, we stay down. Don't stay down. Get back up and keep on going. And you'll be amazed what God will do through you. Because if we each do our part, that Trinitarian sisterhood can be a reality. And it's really what God wants for us. And it's a sweet blessing that helps us be the church to a needy world, and will bring each of us great joy at the same time.